Okay, let's get started. Hi, everyone. My name is Joe Sergi, and this is Module 9, and actually the last module of my self-help kit on the balanced life. This is the audio-visual component of Module 9. So for more detail, please read the script version of this module on Michael's website. Michael stands for the Management Institute for Quality of Life Studies. And the URL address of Michael's is miqols.org. The title of this module is Using Skills, Experiences, and Resources in One Role for Other Roles. Again, the title is Using Skills, Experiences, and Resources in One Role for Other Roles. Considering the following scenario, a worker, let's call him Henry, experienced an imbalance in domain satisfaction between work and family life. That is, his satisfaction at work is high, but recently his satisfaction with family life, um, which was also high, plummeted significantly to lower levels. Now he's feeling dissatisfied with family life. So, so Henry is experiencing this diminished satisfaction in family life due to conflict with his adolescent children. Henry, using conflict resolution strategies at work that successfully resolve conflicts with members of his project team and applied it to his family life. Henry applies the same conflict resolution strategies at home to address family conflicts with positive results. Doing so increased satisfaction in family life from dissatisfaction to satisfaction, and the increase in family satisfaction ultimately helped maintain an acceptable level of overall life satisfaction. There are situations in which people use skills, experiences, and resources in one role to enhance balance satisfaction across life domains. In other words, resources in one role can enhance performance and satisfaction in another, a phenomenon known as role enrichment. Again, role enrichment. For example, work to family enrichment occurs when work experiences or knowledge increases satisfaction in family life. And similarly, family to work enrichment occurs when family experiences or knowledge contribute to heightened satisfaction in work life. Doing so helps people enhance domain satisfaction. That is, the learning that occurs in one life domain is readily transferred to other life domains, enabling the individual to achieve greater satisfaction across domains through role engagement and goal attainment. So let's discuss, the psychology behind this and put it succinctly in the context of a psychological principle. And this principle we call the principle of role enrichment, the principle of role enrichment. So research has documented the effect of role enrichment on overall life satisfaction when the two roles are integrated, when the skills and resource requirements are similar, or when role performance in one life domain becomes increasingly interdependent with another. Elevated levels of role enrichment improve role performance in both work and non-work domains, which in turn contributes to balanced satisfaction across domains. That is, skills, psychological resources, and material resources developed in one life domain can be applied to roles in other domains, enhancing performance in those domains. Furthermore, individuals with high role enrichment are less likely to experience stress and anxiety in response to increased role demands. Such individuals apply their skills and resources across social roles, producing more positive outcomes, less psychological distress and anxiety in performing multiple roles, and a heightened sense of self efficacy in those roles. Role enrichment may involve a variety of work and non-work domains. To appreciate the concept role enrichment, let's examine how social scientists measure the concept. Here's an example metric from the work-life balance research literature on work to family and family to work facilitation, known as the Work-Family Facilitation Scale. A sample work to family facilitation is because of my work, I am more able to put family related matters into perspective. And a sample family to work facilitation item is because of my home life, I am more able to put work related problems aside. So again, these are examples from the instrument, from the measure of what we call work family facilitation, and just understanding how social scientists measure this concept would help us better understand the concept of role enrichment. How does role enrichment improve life balance and enhance overall life satisfaction? Again, how does role enrichment improve life balance and enhance overall life satisfaction? A multitude of studies examine how role enrichment, as well as other mechanisms such as resource enrichment, positive spillover, role facilitation, and role enhancement, improves life satisfaction. Work-life balance researchers suggest that positive experiences in one role can lead to positive experiences in another through at least one mechanism. Specifically, participation in certain roles builds skills and resources that can be applied to other roles. Resources generated within a specific role are used to enhance role performance. Role performance leads to increased positive affect in that role. Increased positive affect in one role may lead to improved performance in another role, which in turn increases positive affect in the original role. As such, increased positive affect in both roles lead to increased life satisfaction. For example, management skills learned in communicating with workers are applied to enhance job performance, leading to increased job satisfaction. Communication skills learned at work for communicating with subordinates are applied to enhance job performance. The same skills help foster efficient, open communication at home, leading to fewer conflicts and greater family satisfaction. Increased satisfaction in work and family life then contributes to greater overall life satisfaction. We can succinctly capture the preceding discussion as follows. Individuals who use their skills and experiences and resources in one role for other roles across life domains are likely to experience greater domain satisfaction, than those who do not. That is, they use skills, experiences, and resources in one domain to increase satisfaction in another domain or mitigate decreases in satisfaction there, thereby increasing or preserving overall life satisfaction. So in the script version of this module, I discuss or describe role enrichment strategies. And there are four strategies that I describe in some detail. And these are skills, perspectives, flexibility, and resources. Well, so very briefly, let me describe these strategies. So the first one is skills. Skills, skills as a role enrichment strategy is defined as follows. The skills, people skills, time management skills, multitasking skills, often used in one domain to improve role performance, can also enhance performance and increase satisfaction in another domain. The second strategy is called perspectives. And we can talk about it like as follows. Adopting a perspective, understanding personality differences, for example, valuing cultural diversity, appreciating another person's position on issues, valuing trust, etc. These are examples of adopting a perspective that is often used in one domain to improve role performance can also be applied to another domain to enhance role performance and increase satisfaction. So that's another strategy. Again, we call it the perspective role enrichment strategy. The third one is flexibility. Flexibility as a role enrichment strategy. Applying rules of flexibility, that is, discretion to determine the timing, pace, and location at which role demands are met, often used in one domain to improve role performance, can also improve role performance and increase satisfaction in another domain. Again, the focus is on flexibility, like discretion to determine the timing, pace, and location at which role demands are met. Finally, the last strategy is resources as a role enrichment type of strategy. Applying resources, psychological, physical, social, and material resources that are often used in one domain to improve role performance can also enhance performance and increase satisfaction in another domain. So these four strategies are described in some detail in the script version of this module. And I urge you to read the script version to learn a little bit more or get a better understanding of how these strategies work. Okay, on that note, I'll leave you alone. And actually, this is it. This is the last module, and I will say goodbye for now.